The year 2023 is gone. Just gone. Can you believe it? It's gone. It's the end of the year. My goodness. I feel like time just flew by. We say that every year. But I feel like it's especially true since the pandemic. Do you agree with me? I feel like it is. But anyway, I just uploaded a video reviewing all the perfume releases, the prominent ones, the most talked about ones, whether it's for a good reason or a bad reason, in 2023. If you missed that video, check it out. I will link it down in the description box. That's where all the information is, the discount codes, the past videos, the other information, descriptions. So always check the description box under this screen. So as I was saying, I uploaded that's my last video. I gave you basically the best and worst perfume releases of 2023. And then I thought I got a lot of compliments on different perfumes this year, and I wanted to do a video on perfumes that I was complimented on this year. And you know, when you are someone like me who's an overly enthusiastic person about fragrances and you have hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of perfumes in your collection, yet you get compliments on those handful of perfumes, right? And it seems like they're always the ones that get the most compliments. So, and there are a handful, like dozens. Some of them are obvious ones that you expect compliments on. You know you're gonna get compliments on. But then there are some surprises in there you never thought you'd get compliments on, and then you get compliments like left and right. So yeah, there are some surprises in there too. So if you want to find out what perfumes I was complimented on this year, just in 2023, just keep watching. Hi my lovely people, welcome back to another fabulous fragrance video. I put my hair up today. I was not in the mood to wash and style my hair today. I think this is one of the 1 or 2 videos on my channel where I have my hair up. So excuse my hair. But anyway, like I said, this video is about the dozens, the handful of fragrances that I was complimented on this year. That doesn't mean they were released necessarily in this year. Unlike my last video, which was all about perfumes that were released this year, this is about perfumes I was complimented on this year. So some of them are perfume releases this year, but some of them aren't. They're just, you know, newer ones to my collection that I wore this year more often. Do I start with the more obvious ones or the surprises? I think I'll start with maybe a like obvious one. Okay, so I gotta tell you, every time I wore these two, usually when I wear them together. I layer them because it's the original and the flanker basically. Kilian Love Don't Be Shy and Love Don't Be Shy Extreme. Every single time I get a compliment, especially when I overspray. So these are not perfumes that project to the other side of the room. They have a fairly small scent bubble about this big, right? So people have to come quite close to you, or they have to be around when you're first spraying it, which happened to me actually at an airport. So I was traveling and this was my scent. I had just gotten off the plane. I was in a bathroom. So I had just, you know, showered and just worn deodorant and not chosen to wear a fragrance on the plane because I wanted to be able to wear this when I got off the plane. So I got off the plane. I was in a bathroom in the ladies' room, spraying this one on. Actually a combination of both, I think. And then when you first spray, the scent bubble is larger, and boy, like 3 women were like, oh my gosh, what is that fragrance? I've never smelled anything like that in my life before. And I said, it's these two. And it's like, where can we get it? And I told them you can get it on Sephora, you can get it on Kilian website. I just like told them all different places they can get them. Oh my God, you guys, I even forgot to talk about these two, what's in it. So as you know, most of you know what Love Don't Be Shy is. I sometimes assume things I shouldn't because some of you are new to my channel. So maybe you just started your fragrance journey. So this is a very sweet, beautiful fragrance. It has orange blossom. There's this particular scent about orange blossom. It's like, it's a citrus blossom, right? Orange is a citrus, and the flowers of the orange tree, the orange blossom, it has this sweet floral scent mixed with a kind of a slight twist of like citrus almost. It's such a sweet, beautiful, feminine scent orange blossom has. So it has that. It has honeysuckle, the original Love Don't Be Shy, and it has sugar literally. So it's a very sweet fragrance. It has marshmallow, all those gorgeous, delicious, beautiful feminine scent. So it's a gourmand fragrance. Gourmand is the French pronunciation for gourmand fragrances, meaning perfumes that have notes that are food inspired, right? Fragrance notes. So like marshmallow in here. So such a good combination, orange blossom and marshmallow. It's like a match made in heaven, okay? Absolutely gorgeous. And of course, extreme version. And by the way, this also has a little bit of rose, which seems to be a theme. Guys, I'm here to tell you, perfumes with rose, I get a lot of compliments on. And that is my favorite fragrance note. I've come to learn, you know, I used to think jasmine was my favorite note, but boy, no, I gravitate around rose fragrances like there is no tomorrow, because it is the most regal, most feminine, most sexy, most sultry. I mean, all those adjectives. It's the most beautiful fragrance note. Anyway, so Love Don't Be Shy Extreme is the flankress, and it was released after the first one. This just has also similar exact notes, except maybe honeysuckle. And this has a more heightened rose note in it. So it's more rose leaning than marshmallow leaning, right? This one is a bit more grown up, bit more sophisticated, whereas this is more playful. Every time, men love them too. They think it smells so sexy, so feminine, very womanly. Men love fragrances that are on the sweet side, that sexy combination of sweet, sexy, sassy, all that together. Huge compliment getter. Men and women alike love those two scents. Okay, so do I go? Okay, I'll just grab whatever comes to my hand. This puppy right here, as you can see, by the way, did you see the dents I've put into these two? Like, I mean, they're like half gone, you guys, like down to here. This is how far I've sucked juice. This is all the way down to there. So anyway, yeah, you can tell by like the compliment. Once I get compliments on, I use more, because when you have like 500 fragrances, it's like you don't wear one fragrance in a year for more than 5 times sometimes, because you're like rotating through fragrances, right? So that reduces chances of like being out there with the same fragrance several times. So that is one downside about having too many fragrances. But anyways, the ones that I get compliments on, obviously I reach for more, right? And the ones I obviously personally love as well. This one right here, as you can see, this was one that I got like late summer, I want to say, down to here already. I mean, I wore it a ton this summer, and I just got it. It was a new release this summer. This is, of course, Juliet Has a Gun, Lust for Sun. Huge compliment getter. This is a gorgeous tropical goddess of a fragrance. Oh my gosh. Okay, this smells like a tropical drop dead gorgeous goddess. I wore this on our summer vacation, just left and right. It is so beautiful. Summer vacation, and also I wore it a ton in the summer. This has like this tiare flower, which is one of the most drop dead gorgeous tropical floral notes ever. You know, all the tropical gorgeous notes like ylang ylang, you know, jasmine, that sort of beautiful tropical goddess floral notes, okay? And this has a bit of coconut, which gives it a little bit of that suntan vibe. It is absolutely gorgeous. It has vanilla, of course, I believe benzoin, and you know, like even amber, I think. Absolutely stunning. And I got so many compliments on vacation. I got compliments during summer, you know, wherever I went. I remember specifically I wore it to work one day, which I didn't want this to be a work fragrance because it's a little too beautiful, you know, but I wore it a couple times to work. Oh my gosh, I got so many compliments. There was one lady who just kept telling me how gorgeous I smelled that day. And yeah, stunning. My husband thinks, oh, by the way, my husband loves these two on me. Obviously, men just love them. That kind of scent on women. And this is another type of scent men love, like that tropical goddess kind of stuff. Loves this, loves this. Absolute stunner. These ones that I'm talking to you about in this video, they are must-haves, in my opinion. Because they are, you know, you can't fail with them. You can't go wrong with them, okay? So that's really what's really amazing about them. Now I want to talk to you about, now I'm gonna rant a little bit with this one because I think it's quite interesting. The Guerlain fragrance house will tell you that it is, this one is the one that replaced the other, and a lot of reviewers seem to think they're the same, which I don't get. And my husband is not even a perfume reviewer. I'm about to tell you what he said about these two, okay? Let me just tell you what it is first. So this right here, this isn't the compliment getter. This is. So this is Guerlain Gourmand Coquin. As you guys know, this is from the Guerlain La Rélematière collection. This is the original collection. So this isn't like the original bottle, but it's the same juice. The original one was in that rectangular bottle, as you know, and this is the B bottle. So by the way, this is just a spray. Gosh, I didn't bring the original, I didn't bring the big bottle down. So the B bottle, right? It comes in a B bottle about this big. So I bought it from, as you guys know, if you watch my channel, you already know I've done several videos on this. Got it from the place Vendome, and they sent me this atomizer bottle with the B bottle with the little, like the cork like top. So I put some in here so I can use this instead of the big bottle. So I put away the big bottle. So you guys, I've been wearing this a ton because, oh my God, I'm completely addicted to this scent. Unfortunately, it's been discontinued, as you know, because this is the old collection. And they've all been discontinued. Unfortunately, that quality seems to have gone away with the old collection. Because you guys, this puppy right here, Fève Gourmand, Guerlain says this is the same scent. Well, they don't claim it's the exact same, but they say that this one replaced this one. So technically they're supposed to be the same. And this seems to be the opinion of a lot of people. But you guys, the trained nose will tell you, like I did in my video comparing the two. Check it out if you missed it. That's a very popular video. I'll link it down below in the description box. They're not the same. They're not the same. Guess what? My husband has a very sophisticated nose. He should be a fragrance reviewer, actually. He knows more about fragrances and how they smell than a lot of these so-called fragrance reviewers on YouTube, okay? The funny thing about this, you guys, every time I wear this, the original Gourmand Coquin, my husband's like, oh my God, what is that you're wearing? I love it. It smells so beautiful, so elegant, sexy, and alluring, and feminine, and all of it all at once. I can't get enough of it. He just keeps sniffing me. Like every time I get in the car to go somewhere with him with this on, he's like, what is that you're wearing? Every single time without a fail, this. And it projects quite nicely. It has a big scent bubble, about this big, like that big. Whereas this so-called thing that is supposed to be the same as this, as some people say, and Guerlain say this, replace this one, they're not the same. Yeah, this has some of the same notes, but you guys, I'm not gonna get into the differences here in this video, but this can't hold a candle to this one. Let me tell you something. I wanted to see what my husband would say. So I got in the car wearing this so many times, got compliments. Sprayed this one day, got in the car, not one comment. He couldn't even smell I was wearing it. I was like, then I finally asked him, do you smell what I'm wearing today? He's like, he couldn't. Then he got a little closer. He's like, oh yeah, you're wearing something. Oh, it's nice. And I said, you like it? Yeah, I like it. You know, nothing mind-blowing, obviously. Not the same reaction as I got for this one. And I asked him, does that remind you of the one that I've been wearing and you've been just sniffing me like a lot and complimenting me on? He's like, no. I was like, are you sure? Yes. So there again, before this video earlier today, I sprayed this side by side. I asked him immediately when I sprayed this, he said, yes, I love it. And of course he was all over me with this. Then I had him smell this. I asked him, does it smell the same to you? No, it's not even the same. He can smell a bigger difference than even I said to you guys. Like, I was being more forgiving. I was being a little bit more catering to the idea that they're similar. Yeah, I could smell the similar notes. This has rose too, this has rose, but this has the most elegant rose. This doesn't have as much rose. One of the differences I mentioned, there are many more. Again, I'm not going to get into the differences. The point is, there's a difference. This is a compliment getter. This isn't. Not yet, anyway. And I wore this out a few times. Not really. Every time I wore this to go get a couple of services done, you know, personal care stuff. Every time. Get a compliment on this. Oh my gosh, what are you wearing? That smells so royal. Somebody literally told me that it smells royal or noble or regal or like queens, right? Didn't I tell you guys this kind of make me feel like Marie Antoinette? Yes, Marie Antoinette and French royalty at the time didn't have the best of hygiene. They didn't bathe because they thought the water carried diseases, but they did love perfumes. One of the reasons they loved perfumes was because they didn't bathe. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is, this is what they wanted to smell like, despite what they might have actually smelled like, because they didn't wash themselves very much, but they did wipe themselves down a lot, you know. But anyway, I wasn't alive during that time. I don't know exactly what they smelled like, but couldn't have been great because they didn't have the best of hygiene. But yeah, this is what Marie Antoinette would have wanted to smell like. It really takes me to Louis XIV's court. Marie Antoinette was Louis XVI's wife, right? So, you know, or that time, like that few centuries there. French classic fragrances. That's really what this is. Anyway, I knew this was going to be a long rant. Yes, compliment getter, not so much. This doesn't project. By the way, another big difference that I didn't tell you. Some people are claiming that this is stronger than this. No, this projects big scent bubble, about this big. No, it's not a strong beast mode one. No, that's not what I'm saying. But this permeates, whereas this doesn't. It sits kind of close to the skin, unfortunately, because this has too much alcohol, if you ask me. This is another difference I mentioned, that when you spray it, it just has an immediate alcohol kind of smell, which dissipates later, but whereas this doesn't. This has higher oil concentration, in my opinion, though they're both eau de parfum. Anyway, end of rant. And then, oh my gosh, if I can get a penny for every time I get compliments on these two. These two are like, I don't know, something very alluring about these. My husband can't get enough of these two. Cherry Punk, baby. So this is Cherry Punk. This is Cherry Punk Extrait. I love Cherry Punk Extrait even more than the original, which I love also. This is the most innovative cherry fragrance because this is not your typical cherry almond combination. This is actually cherry leather, which is very sexy, very edgy girl. The first time I smelled the original when I got it, I thought sexy edgy girl, right? And I was right. And then when I went on the Room 1015 website, and the description for it is exactly what I pictured in my mind. So they nailed it. They nailed it, obviously. I thought of kind of punk rock chick too. So it's kind of like the edgy, stylish punk rock chick kind of vibes. Very sexy, very kind of like that naughty, sexy kind of appeal. You know, on the Room 1015 website, it says that it's kind of like Vivienne Westwood kind of idea, you know, the painted denims and the leather and the, you know, the whole punk rock chick vibe, right? So the thing about the Extrait is, honestly guys, I don't know if I said it well enough in my video comparing these two. I feel like actually later I have come to realize that this one has a more heightened cherry note to my nose. Either that or the fact that this has even more leather, that smooth, luxurious leather that heightens the cherry note. I don't know. I feel like this has more cherry, more of a cherry note. Honestly, this is so sexy. I love the extrait even more. Ever since I got the extrait, I've not been wearing the original. Sometimes I just like layer them. It's essentially this almost the same fragrance, only this one is a little bit more like the cherry punk on steroids. Huge compliment getter. My husband, every time I wear it, he thinks it's sexy in a very different kind of way, you know, kind of edgy, sexy, naughty kind of way. And then when I wear it out, I get compliments from people. It's like, what are you wearing? That smells very unique, very nice, very sexy. So yeah, cherry punk. I have a discount code for room 1015. It is not Cleo 10. It's a new one. It's a little more complicated. It's like AFF or something. I can't remember. Go down to the description box, the three dots that says more and three dots, click on it. It'll unroll the description box. In it, I'll have all these listed and the discount codes, okay? Down in the description box. All right, next one right here. This is very new to my collection, and that's why it's kind of surprising to me that this quickly I've gotten so many compliments on it. This satisfied a craving of mine that nothing could satisfy, honestly. And it's just one type of note that really didn't give enough in any of the other ones that I had in my collection. Okay, let me stop and tell you what it is. This is Obvious Parfum Un Pistache. This is the pistachio fragrance from Obvious Parfum. Oh, it's good. This, you guys, gave me pistachio the way I wanted pistachio. As I told you, Kayali pistachio fragrance did not satisfy my pistachio craving. It didn't have enough pistachio. It was too much ice cream and sweet mess. And then the DS Durga one was a little too strong. It's too patchouli. It kind of swallowed the pistachio a little bit, the patchouli strongness. Every single one of the pistachio fragrances, pistachio note dominant fragrances I have in my collection, it didn't hit that spot. This did. This hit the spot. This to me is the best pistachio fragrance to ever exist so far. There might be something else that comes along that knocks this out of the list, you know. You never know. Right now, it's the best one, and I will tell you more about this. I'm going to be doing a pistachio perfumes video in the new year. Stay tuned the first couple of weeks. Yeah, gorgeous. I get compliments every time. People love the pistachio smell, you guys, especially when it's this sexy mixed with like other notes. Dominant pistachio floral notes are there. It's very kind of powdery, which I think is the right chord they kind of struck there, which I think that's what other fragrance houses needed to do. Pistachio needs to be mixed with more powdery notes, which brings out the pistachio smell more and makes it more perfume-like and sexy, okay? So yeah, it's more powdery, more musky kind of pistachio, but pistachio is the king still, but not overly so. Not overly, not too much, not too little. Perfect. Get compliments every time I wear it. Like, I've been to stores wearing this. I've gotten compliments on. Huge compliment getter. I actually also have a discount code for this. This is something that you can get very few places you can get this fragrances from this house from. The one place I know, the best place with a discount you can get it is Lucky Scent, and I have a discount code with Lucky Scent. It's Cleo 10, I think. Yes, down in the description box. Check it out. Here's another one actually from Lucky Scent, so let me get that out of the way. Gossip Night by Gritti. Oh my gosh. Now this was one of the ones, I don't want to say I was surprised to get compliments on this, but it was kind of weird because like lactonic fragrances, like they do get compliments, but like usually people react to perfumes with notes like rose or cherry or you know, nutty notes, that sort of thing, like pistachio type things, they respond more to either gourmand or floral scents more. This is gourmand, but this is a lactonic gourmand fragrance. It's just, I love the way it smells, but I never thought that it would please people this much. Let's put it that way, okay? So Gritty Gossip Night. Oh my gosh, every time I wore this, I remember one time going into my hair removal appointment and I got like 3 compliments, including the front desk person. And then I got compliments, where was I? I was going to some kind of event. I forget where it was. I got compliments on. My husband likes it. The thing that I smell the most in this fragrance, lactonic accord and the fruity accord from the peach. So there's a peach note in here that mixed with that whipped cream in here, that is so delicious. It's like pistachio ice cream, but only the very sexy perfume version, and the caramel in here just adds to that heightened sweet gorgeousness that this fragrance is. And then you get like all these like other gorgeous notes like lychee, which is always a fragrance note that seem to get compliments whenever lychee is in a fragrance, especially when mixed with rose. This one is not mixed with rose. But anyway, yeah, this has heliotrope and a bunch of other notes. Guys, every time, compliments, this one. And this one projects. It's not beast mode. I don't like that phrase, beast mode. It's like such a weird way to say strong. It projects, is what it means. It projects pretty far. I would say like a pretty big, medium-sized scent bubble. Last also long time. And all of these actually that I was talking about today, they are long-lasting fragrances. I would say, well, of course, except this one, Fève Gourmand, doesn't project as much. Okay, now these two, I've talked your ears off about these two getting compliments this year. I mean, like, these two get compliments every time I wear them, pretty much. So yeah, well, let me talk one at a time. This is, of course, my #1 fragrance in my collection. As you guys know, it's kind of a weird thing to say something is your #1 fragrance when you have hundreds and hundreds like I do. I have like 500 fragrances now, nearing 500 or past 500. By the way, you guys, I got some good news. I'm in the middle of taking inventory and organizing my collection. I'll be able to tell you exactly how many fragrances I have, and a collection video is coming your way in the new year. So make sure to click that subscribe button and click that little notification bell so you'll never miss any videos from me, and definitely not the collection video, right? In January, coming your way. Stay tuned. All right, January is going to actually be a pretty fantastic month from my channel. Okay, so this one, Rose Oud by Kilian. This is, from what I hear, Kilian Rose Oud existed before, like years ago, and it got discontinued, and they brought it back as a different fragrance. This is what I'm hearing from people who knew the old and the new. Knew the old and know the new. I only know the new. They say they're different, so I believe them. I can't speak for the old version, but I can speak for this one. This one is a goddess. Okay, this one is a sexy, sultry. It's a sultry fragrance. The best adjective I can think of for this one is sultry, because you guys, this one has that Davana note, which is this herbal note. Again, don't be taken aback by the word herbal. Herbal is actually a very good thing in fragrances. Very sexy salt. Herbal notes give this sultriness, like cyprol oil or Davana give this sort of like sultriness to fragrance. So this one has cyprol. No, wait, no, not this one is not Davana actually. Sorry, it's actually cyprol oil that this one has. They're both very sultry. And it has rose. Surprise, surprise. I love rose fragrances. People love rose fragrances. Not just me, turns out, because huge compliment getter. So this has loads of vanilla and it has leather, all the sexy notes, okay? Oh my gosh, this smells, and lychee. Lychee in the opening, the best fruity notes, that note that complements rose if you ask me. This, and it has oud, but it doesn't smell like oud in here. This oud is a very well blended, almost can't say it's oud. It has that strength like oud, the teeth like oud, but you can't tell it's oud because it doesn't smell like that oriental oud, right? Because it's well blended with the lychee and the rose and the leather and the cypress oil. This, so one time I was ordering Starbucks, and this one, by the way, projects. Like, I mean, this project, the scent bubble is quite large with this one, and it has the sillage for days. When you walk past someone wearing this, it's kind of like whoosh, you know? You can smell this. Anyway, by the way, look at the dent. It's down to here. I have a backup already. Like the refill, I have a refill for this. I got from Selfridges, I think. Yeah. Anyway, Selfridges sells refills. I was ordering Starbucks, and the barista was like, I was actually quite far from her. She was like quite far from me. And she was like, oh my God. And she was like this type of person. You know how there are two types of people, right? You know, the really lovely soul people who just like love to tell the truth and be complimentary, and you know, just happy for other people's happiness, or happy for other people dressing up nice or smelling good. So there's that type of people you get compliments from who actually appreciate it, and then there are people who just don't like to let you know that you smell good, or they don't want to tell you do you look good or smell good, but they just like, it's like icky to them, right? This was that type of person. The need to know what I was wearing was stronger than her want to not tell me I smelled good. Okay, so that's how I know she definitely was diehard with this. She was like almost reluctantly, oh my God, you know, that scent you're wearing, what is, I had to know where you got that from. She wasn't focused on telling me how gorgeous I smelled. She was more like, just tell me what you're wearing because I must have it. Okay, so I told her where to get it, what it was, and everything, and she literally wrote it down right then and there on her iPhone. So yeah, that's just one of many. I don't want to sit here and tell you all the stories, and then I've gone into different offices and I've gotten compliments. I don't wear this to work, it's too much. I wore it to a function one time, and I got compliments from everybody I hugged. Okay, so yeah, huge, sexy perfume. Husband loves it, obviously. And here's another one, huge winner every time. This is Hibiscus Majad by Maison Crivelli. You guys, this is like, so it's made to smell like hibiscus. Now hibiscus flowers, or hibiscus as some people pronounce it, a flower isn't a flower that's very fragrant. It is fragrant, but it's the nectar that smells. It's not the flower itself, if that makes sense. So if you put your nose into a hibiscus flower, you can sometimes smell the nectar. There's the sweetness to it. So that's what this smells like. I think the big bucket of vanilla in here is what's making it smell like nectar, mixed with, wait for it, the rose note. So turns out spearmint and rose note, when you combine it and then add vanilla to it, smell exactly like the hibiscus nectar. Okay, that's what's in it. And a bucket of vanilla and leather. So sexy, so sexy. Guys, I get so many compliments. I mean, seriously, one time I was sitting in a doctor's office. It's like more like a beauty type of thing. You know, it wasn't like a real medical appointment. So I was wearing this, and the person, the nurse, whatever person that came to grab me. So we were all sitting in this really big waiting room. It was really large. And she walked in kind of like the entrance to the waiting room, and she was like, said my name, my full name, and then I was like, oh, I'm here. And I got up, and she's like, oh my gosh, I had to know who smelled that beautiful smell that's perfuming this, like filling this whole big waiting room with that beautiful scent. And it turns out it's you, and I had a suspicion that it was you because you look like the type of person who would wear that. And then I was like, well, thank you. And she's like, oh my gosh, I have to know what that is. So I gave her the name and where to buy it, yada yada. So yeah, huge compliment get ever since I've gotten compliments every time I go to this one place where I do like some like wellness stuff. I get huge compliments where I go there, whenever I go there. When I'm shopping, every single time. My husband absolutely adores this. He was actually the first person to compliment me. I remember I didn't even ask him. This is the fragrance that projects to the other end of the room. If you want one that is not beast mode, I don't like that beast mode phrase. It doesn't offend, because beast mode kind of implies that it offends. It's not an offensive scent at all. It's a very beautiful feminine gorgeousness that nobody can say no to. So this one will project to the other end of the world, like other end of the room, you know what I mean? So when I first got it, I wore it on my wrist. I didn't even overspray. I just wanted to test it. I sprayed it on my wrist, and he was 2 rooms out. So I was in this one room, and then there was the hallway, and he was in the office room. So as I sprayed it, he was starting to come out of the office room into the hallway, and before he even entered the hallway, he was like, oh my gosh, what is that perfume you're wearing? It's absolutely gorgeous. That's how far it projects, okay? Huge compliment getter this year. I wore it so many times. Again, sucked the juice out of it down to here. Remember, I have 500 perfumes and I still managed to suck the juice out of this. Then this one. This has a very different and a weird effect on my husband. Let's put it that way. Okay. Actually, this one does too. So these two have like similar effects, but this one is more like elegant too, at the same time as elegant as sexy. But these are both like, let me just put it this way. I like to wear these in more intimate kind of settings with my husband, you know, like dates, you know, that type of thing. And yeah, these two. Anyway, yeah, this one has a very special effect on my husband. And from what I hear, my lovelies that watch my channel, when I talked about how much my husband loves this, and several of you said that your husbands have the same reaction to it. So it must have something in it, right? That just like, I don't know what it is. So the first day I sprayed this on, he was like, I mean, he had a reaction, okay? So this is Tom Ford Electric Cherry. This one, you know, came out with Cherry Smoke, which he also likes, but doesn't have the same enthusiasm he has for that one. He thinks that one's beautiful too. He also likes Lost Cherry, but this is the one he has a specific thing for. So the difference between this and the other two, this one has a more of a sour cherry, which kind of is lighter. It has lighter florals too, like white florals. So mixed with the sour cherry, it almost smells like cherry blossom than cherry, you know what I mean? And it just like has this tartness and sweetness at the same time. It's just absolutely stunning, you guys. I wonder if they put something else in here, like pheromones or something. I have no idea, but it has an effect on men, okay? Unfortunately, it doesn't project too far out. So that's why this is more of a compliment getter with my husband. I have gotten compliments from other people, but they're again close, like when they're this close. Yeah, Electric Cherry. Men love it. And yeah, actually, yeah, they've all been from men, the compliments, come to think of it. Yeah, so I don't know. I think women like it too, but anyway, I mean, I like it. This one right here, this is House of Sillage. Get compliments a lot. This is this is beautiful. This is sweet. It's from the Sweet Atelier collection. It's called Sweet Dreams. There were 3 of these, 3 cupcakes with the little candy, what do you call it, gummy bear looking things on it. I have the yellow one too, but that doesn't get compliments the way this does. It doesn't get compliments really at all. I don't think I've gotten compliments on it. Anyway, this one is specific. This one actually projects. This one has Davana. Now there is your difference. That Davana in here makes it so sultry. It's not just like it saved this perfume from being a generic sweet mess. Otherwise it could have been a generic sweet mess, because it has a lot of sweet notes and it has peach. So peach note in here smells quite synthetic, but it's lovely. Okay, so there's a lot of people like to like compare this to Tom Ford, what is it, peach one, the something peach. No, I don't like that fragrance. No, I don't think it's accurate to compare these two. Yes, they both have peach note, but outside of that, I don't think there's a huge lot of similarity between these two, because I don't like that one. And yeah, no. Anyway, this one is sweet. It has peach. It has Davana. It's sultry. It's sexy. I get compliments when I wear this. Like, I remember one time I was picking up my son, and you know, they usually wear the carpool lane, and they come and put the child in the car seat for you, and they were like, oh wow, you smell good, because you know, it could smell, the whole car was filled with this scent. And then I got compliments many other times when I'm shopping. And it's like one time at a, what was it, a smoothie place, I think I got a compliment. My husband loves it. Very big compliment getter also. Now here's one of the surprises that I don't know why I say it's a surprise. It shouldn't be a surprise actually, but I was surprised. This is actually a compliment getter. I thought it was too specific type of scent to be complimented on, but it's not. It's, you know, I consider Xerjoffs to be a little bit more like artsy type of fragrances, right? But they are so good. This is Cruz del Sur by Xerjoff. This is a compliment getter. This one is a tropical mango, mainly mango. It's a lactonic mango-y scent. Like, it smells like a mango smoothie, like a tropical smoothie with a lot of mango in it and milk in it. It has dried fruit that adds to that deliciousness. Oh my lord. This got compliments. I was wearing this by the poolside on vacation and stuff. I got compliments. My husband thought this smelled amazing. Got compliments from him. That one came as a surprise. I wore it to the bar by the poolside, got compliments. Speaking of Xerjoff fragrances, this has always been a compliment getter, and no difference this year too. Xerjoff Italica. My husband absolutely adores this and can't get enough every time I wear it. Huge compliment getter. I've gotten compliments from my neighbors, like people at events, bars, dinner, name it. This is I would say this is one of the masterpieces when it comes to gourmand fragrances. This is like the queen mother of all gourmand fragrances. If you ask me, this smells like specifically like a sugar cookie or snickerdoodle dipped in milk, sprayed with musk, only like the perfume version of it, or a biscotti dipped in milk. If it was a super heightened version of it that's perfume-like and sexy. No, it doesn't literally smell like a biscotti dipped in milk. It doesn't literally smell like a sugar cookie dipped in milk. When we use stuff like that to describe fragrances, doesn't mean it's literal. Okay, so please don't think that. It smells like a perfume that's so edible that when you wear it, people want to take a bite out of you. Really, that's what the point of it is, this fragrance, which is what my husband wants to do when I wear this. It's like, want to take a bite out of you. It smells so sexy. So it's a super sweet fragrance. There again, men love sweet fragrances, and this has a lactonic note, like a milk note. I think it has a toffee note that adds the gourmand sweetness even more. So it's super sweet. Like I said, sweet fragrance, but not in a sickening kind of way. It's absolutely delicious. People just want to take a bite out of you when you wear this. Date night worthy. I love to take a bath and scrub myself with the Sol de Janeiro Boom Boom Scrub, which smells very similar to this, and put the cream, Boom Boom cream on, and then spray this on. I mean, match made in heaven. Date night worthy. Delicious. Like when I wear it on date night, I would get compliments from waiters, name it. Huge compliment getter. And then I got compliments on this. I forgot to bring down the Nectar version, which is the one I wore this summer on vacation. So this is a Michelaf Ylang in Gold, which I always tell you, it is the tropical vanilla is the easiest way to describe it. It's obviously a vanilla fragrance, loads of vanilla, but with ylang in it. That gives it this beautiful tropical vanilla scent that's so unique that I haven't smelled anywhere else. And the Nectar version is the more potent, almost like the parfum version of this. Both of them get compliments. I wore the nectar version of this and I got so many compliments on vacation, and my husband loves it too. Then I have this puppy right here. This is the Valentino Donna Born in Roma on Tones, the intense version of the original Born in Roma, although I smell the original DNA a little bit near. Yes, it has like orange blossom and stuff, like jasmine, like the original, not orange blossom, I meant jasmine, like jasmine and vanilla mainly. This one is like vanilla on steroids. Okay, this is like vanilla. This has like 4 doses of vanilla. I think it has like tonka bean, 2 doses of vanilla, like regular vanilla, Madagascar vanilla, I think. Has benzoin too, which also smells like a resin version of vanilla, yada yada yada. Loads of amber, which also has vanilla in it. Amber is a synthetic note that is a combination of a bunch of notes, as you know. Vanilla is one of them. Huge bucket of vanilla. And anytime there's a lot of vanilla, people love vanilla. Okay, I got a lot of compliments. Again, I was waiting to get a service at a place and got compliments. I get compliments every time I wear it. My husband thinks it smells absolutely gorgeous too. Huge compliment getter. More so than the original. Original is actually also a compliment getter, but not as much as this one. And this one was not really a surprise. This one was like, I haven't had this for very long in my collection. Do you see the dent I put in here? Acro Rice. You guys, this is the most beautiful, gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous tropical scent. Oh my goodness. This one has a very unique combination. So this has that sort of like beachy vibe with the beach suntan type of vibe, like sunbathing kind of vibe, from like salty marine almost kind of vibe to it. And it has the tropical florals like frangipani, that gorgeous tropical goddess floral notes. And then it has the sweetness that comes from the toffee note, which I think is a very interesting thing to have added to this tropical fragrance. I want to say this has coconut too, even if it's not listed. It's good. Huge compliment getter. Every time I get compliments. And I didn't even get to wear it very much because I actually got this in fall. I feel like if I had this in summer, I would have gotten even more compliments. And I only got to wear it a few, weeks. Still got a lot of compliments. Again, my husband finds it absolutely divine. He loves like another type of fragrance he loves on me is like that sort of like suntan, like beach vibes, salty marine, but with the tropical goddess notes and sweetness, this type of thing. So wait till next summer. I'm going to get like a ton of compliments. But this was designed, by the way, you guys, to be worn all year round. This actually can stand up to cold weather, which is why I kept wearing it in the fall. It's not even a fall vibe fragrance at all. I usually like to match my fragrances with the atmosphere. But sometimes I forget one of the purposes of fragrances is to transport you to somewhere you're not, right? So like in the dark fall with the vampy, grungy vibes, sometimes you want to just feel like it's the summer and you're lying on a beach. If you want to do the opposite of what the season you're in. By the way, Acro Rice, also the best place to get is Lucky Scent. Like I said, I have the discount code Cleo10. I forgot to mention this beautiful fragrance for men from M. Micallef. This smells so sexy on my husband, you guys. I mean, I must say this is the #1 perfume that he has. He smells like an absolutely sexy James Bond when he wears this. This is Gin and Tonic by M. Micallef. Oh my God, this is such a sexy fragrance. It does everything a man wants to smell like. It smells manly, like a James Bond holding a martini, like a gin and tonic. Forget the martini, gin and tonic. Very sophisticated, very sexy. At the same time, very fresh. At the same time, it's not a weak fragrance. A lot of the times when you get like even a little bit of citrusy fragrance or anything like fresh, they're not very strong, whereas this is. My husband actually is still wearing this right now because he just loves it that much. He's like one of those people, unlike me. I like to match my perfumes to to the season I'm in, whereas he wears whatever he likes all year. Okay, so that's what he's doing. He's still wearing this. He's not a person who douses himself with it. He doesn't overspray, but he still put quite a dent into this, considering he only got this in like late summer, I want to say. Yeah, so you guys, it's a sexy based this one, and it projects very much like, gives me the James Bond with a gin and tonic in hand. This has like literally, I think, tonic note. It has like these notes, like citrus notes and things that make it smell like a sexy gin and tonic, like an actual perfume version, but only 100 million times sexier, you know? It's kind of hard. You have to smell it, I'm telling you. I do have did I mention that I have when I talked about Ylang in Gold, I do have a discount code with them, Mikalav House. It's Cleo 10 if you want either one of those two. I only have 2 more left, and they're both from Christian Louboutin. This is Louis Raj. This is from the Louis World collection. This is the sexiest leather fragrance ever. This is leather dominant, but it has a lot of other very sexy notes. I don't know, it's hard to tell what they are. This has like, oh, this is like the party fragrance, you guys. This is something you wear to go out, hot date night, or go out. And anyway, this has a pink pepper note in the opening that's really, really cool. Like it gives that like sort of like that bubbliness that is the pink pepper note. It gives you like happy thoughts, feelings of falling in love. And then this has that suede note that's so sexy, luxurious leather accord that suede gives. And it has like woody notes. And it definitely has this balsamic vibe. There are definitely a couple of sexy balsamic notes in here that they haven't revealed. There's some kind of like, sort of like sultriness in there too. It's really hard to tell what's in it. It's well blended, so it's very hard to tell what's in it. I always like to wear it when I'm wearing leather, like leather pants with a red top, or, you know, that kind of vibe. Not that I get to go out that much. Unfortunately, yes, I don't get to wear it as much. Oh, I forgot to tell you what kind of compliments I got. Every time I wear this out, I've worn it out to dinner. I worn it out to drinks with my husband and other occasions. Huge compliment getter. Every time I go to hug people, something, they always say, oh, wow, you smell amazing. My husband thinks it smells very sexy on me. Yeah. Actually, one of my lovely subscribers told me that she was wearing this one day, and she was at a Starbucks or something, and the barista chased her down the road asking what she was wearing. So yeah, you get the idea. Lastly, this one. Now, this one is solely a compliment getter from my husband. I don't think I have worn this very much around other people, because this is to me a beach fragrance, right? This is a very kind of like that salty vanilla type, kind of like the similar type of vibes as like Acro Rice, but not as sweet, or like Olympia by Paco Rabanne, but only more sophisticated. This has that sort of like smell, naturally sexy, salty, sexy, suntan skin type of vibe. It has a little salt note in it. It has vanilla. It has a bunch of like that beachy smelling and like definitely tropical florals. My husband finds it absolutely divine on me. Like he thinks it smells absolutely sexy. I don't think I've really worn it out to the bar or any kind of crowd situation. So it could be a compliment getter from other people too, but that's mainly from my husband. So you guys, those were the most compliment getting fragrances this year in 2023 that I've worn out of the hundreds of perfumes I have in my collection. Not that I got to wear all 500, some of them, you know what I mean? Like of the ones I wore, I might have worn about like 150, 200 fragrances probably this year. I don't know. So out of the rotation, this handful, how many were these? Like maybe like 20? They're the ones that get compliments, you know? What can I say? Sometimes you buy hundreds of perfumes, but for one reason or the other, you know, sometimes it's the fact that they are compliment getters if people can smell it, but they just don't project or don't have much of a sillage, or they're, you know, more of an intimate type of fragrance that people have to come right here to smell it. Or it's a matter where, you know, you don't wear it as much out, and so the people don't get to smell it as much. That could be it, you know. I mean, this is not to say that these are the only ones that are worthy of compliments in my collection. Others may have not gotten worn as much, because when you get compliments, you wear them more often, you know, like, you know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, there are other factors that go into it. Like I said, projection is a big one. Sillage is a big one. The frequency of how many times you wear something is a big factor in compliment getting fragrances or not. You know what I mean. So let me know down in the comment section, what were your most compliment getting? Guys, I really want the answer to this question. Please help me out and let me know, because I mean, I know what I got compliments on, but I want to know what you get compliments on every single time you wear them. Like, what are the, like, those few fragrances in your collection that every time you wear it, you can count on getting compliments, right? Let me know down in the comment section, because that would be really interesting. And if I don't have some of them, I want to add them to my collection. You know what I mean, you guys? I shared, so you share with me, because I want to know too. And I want more compliment getters in my collection. So I hope you enjoyed this last fragrance video of the year. On Sunday, I'm going to bring you a very long anticipated video. It is the Sephora update, the Sephora sale products that I bought. It includes fragrances, includes body care, skincare, and makeup. I'm gonna finally do that long awaited update video where, after using all those products, what I think of them. So if you want to really see that, confirm down below that you want to see that. So that's gonna be the video on Sunday. And that might be, you guys, the last makeup beauty type video on my channel, because I'm thinking about making this channel dedicated to fragrances. What do you think about that? Let me know down in the comment section. I really want to still know more from you guys. Am I making the right decision if I separated out my beauty and makeup content into a different channel? So depending on what you say, that might be the last beauty / makeup-y kind of video on my channel. And I know a lot of you watch them, so let me know down in the comment section. I will see you guys in my next video. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the notification bell, and also don't forget to follow me on Instagram and TikTok.